Hi, it's Dr. Justin Coulson here with my wife, Kylie, mum to our 6 kids. This is the Happy Families podcast. We're so grateful that you're joining us this early in the year as we do our best to make our families happier this year. Kylie, you're aware that our kids have set a fitness goal?
Well, they actually set it at the end of last year.
That's right. They've set the goal so that we can fire up the year.
Into it.
Yeah, get it going really well. But are you aware of what the goal is? 2 of our kids have set a goal, and it's specific. They know exactly what they're trying to achieve.
Are they trying to run 5Ks?
They're trying to run 5Ks. Yeah. So we've got a couple of daughters who have acknowledged that their fitness and health are not quite where they need to be. They want to run 5Ks and they want to get it under 30 minutes. So they want to run 6 minutes per K or less. So for the last couple of weeks, between 3 and 4 times every single week, we've been getting up, we've been going for a run, and they're doing it.
I've been really proud of them because it's hard for them.
And in fact, at the dinner table the other night, one of the girls said to me, Dad, we were doing grateful things. What are you grateful for? And she said, Dad, I know that I whinged and whined and cried and complained and said I can't, but I'm really grateful that you pushed me because today I ran faster and further than I have before. It was really cool. They're doing hard things. So today in our Happy Families podcast, we just want to take maybe 3 or 4 minutes. We want to do this fairly briefly and talk about family goal setting. What can you do as a family to set better goals? A handful of things that we want to talk about. Kylie, I might get started. Depending on the age of your children, my sense, and certainly looking at what research tells us, is that any goal for a group, any goal for an organization, any goal for a team, and we can bring that into the family, although I've not seen research specifically on family contexts.
Do you know you have grey whiskers?
Stop it. We're doing a podcast. I can't believe you're saying that. I'll shave tomorrow. We can't let anybody know. Family goals are going to be best. And stop looking at me like that. I'm having a serious conversation here.
Well, you don't usually have whiskers. And
I'm on holidays, okay? I haven't
you
shaved.
have whiskers and I've just noticed.
I'm setting a goal to shave every day for the rest of my life.
There is a lot.
I can't believe you're doing this
grey
to me.
whiskers.
Well, my hair is not grey.
No, your hair is not.
My hair is not grey. So let's just focus on the hair and stop looking at the whiskers, which I'll be shaving. I'm now trying to do a podcast with my hand over my mouth. We've got to get buy-in. In fact, bottom up.
By the way, I didn't say there was anything wrong with it.
Bottom up. Now you're trying to recover.
No. I just noticed.
Can we just
how many grey hairs?
Can we just record the podcast? I know it's summer, but we still got to get a message across here. Family goals are going to be best if they're developed from the bottom up, not the top down. That is, when the kids have a really big voice in what the family goals are.
Well, it has to be buy-in. And the only way there's buy-in if they actually create it.
Right. Unless we come up with an absolute cracker of a goal that they are totally hooked on, like let's save up and go to Disneyland or something like that.
Let's eat Nutella for breakfast.
That's not a goal. That's a habit we've got to get out of. So number one, family goals start best bottom up. And I think the best way to get a bottom up conversation going about goals is to sit down with the kids and have one of those family meetings. We've talked about it so many times on the podcast. We asked 3 questions. What's going great? What's not going so well? What should we focus on? And just by asking those 3 questions, you're basically saying to the kids, all right, we're doing a whole lot of stuff really well. A handful of things that we can improve on. If we were to improve on 1 or 2 of those things, what would they be? And that's essentially where we've come to with our kids' fitness goals. They've decided that health and fitness needs to be a higher priority. I asked them what they wanted in terms of their goals. They want to be able to run 5Ks in less than 30 minutes. And so now we're creating a system around that to get to that goal. And that's pretty much it. Kylie, what else would you add to a conversation about how to set family goals other than saying, hey, kids, what do you think? And then how do we set up a system around that?
I think one of the most important things when it comes to goal setting is there needs to be accountability. There needs to be check-in points. Or else we're just having a conversation about something that we'd like to see happen, but there isn't any intention set on how we can record progress, how we can actually acknowledge progress. And without the recognition of progress, it's really hard for motivation to stay high and for our desires to continue to improve.
Yeah, and one of the challenges that you have is when the kids set a goal or when you create a family goal, the parents actually become the police. They end up rousing on the kids if they're not doing what they said they were going to do because this was the goal and we were committed and now you're not doing it. And we feel like we have to push the kids and make it happen. The the sense of autonomy and the encouragement of, I guess, creating the structure, which gives the kids the scaffolding, the support that they need to be the instigators, the ones that are making it happen themselves, really, really essential.
And when it comes to some big goals, like for our girls, running has not actually been in their vocabulary, let alone theirs.
They don't run. But they do now.
But if we had have just said, okay, that's a great goal, you need to, get up and go and do it on your own, chances are it wouldn't have happened.
And this is, I think, the critical thing. Your kids have got aspirations. And as a family, you've got aspirations. Maybe it's saving up for a holiday or going and doing a big hike. But the best way to keep things moving, the best way for motivation to be high is for, number one, kids to feel like they can reach it, like they've got the capability, the competence, the capacity to do it, even if they need a leg up, even if they need support. And number two, for them to be freely choosing it. But there's a third thing that's even more important. This is the one that you cannot do it without, and that is involvement. I think the only reason that our girls are now running around about 3.5 Ks without stopping and at a reasonable pace is because for the last 4 weeks, whatever it's been, I've been getting up with them and going for the run with them and dragging them out of bed, and because they've told me to do it. But I'm doing, there's that level of involvement. It's the involvement that seems to create the level of support that's necessary for them to get there. And then what happens is they start to make progress. They start to see that it's happening. And those little pieces of progress give them more inspiration to get up again tomorrow and run again.
Well, each day you've done it, you've been able to sit down with them and they've been able to look at the stats on their Fitbits
on their Strava app, yeah.
Strava and stuff and recognize and see that there's ebbs and flows. Some days they actually are doing really well, and then there are other days where they're just really flat, lethargic, lacking in energy, and it's hard work. But they can see when they improve, and that gives them such a boost to want to keep trying.
If you've got younger kids, setting goals is probably, as a family, not a huge deal other than to say, hey kids, here's what we'd like to do. What do you think? And it might be having a goal to go on a holiday, or it could be to do something every Monday or every Saturday, or whatever it is. You just get the kids to say yes, and then you make it happen, and they'll go along with you because they're little. As they get older though, once they're sort of north of about 8, 9, 10 years of age, that's when these principles become really important. Obviously, a lot more that we could talk about, but this is meant to be a Kickstarter. Hopefully, your goals are going well for the new year. Hopefully, your family is feeling inspired to achieve something great this year. The Happy Families podcast is produced by Justin Rulon from Bridge Media. For more information and details and ideas about making your family happier, visit us at happyfamilies.com.au.